takes it over the top rope and comes down on it and just about pops it out the top side. Bockwinkel now taking his man to the corner, to the post, and wrapping that arm around the steel ring post, not once, but twice. Bockwinkel again, 3 times on that ring post. Bockwinkel has a 10 count to get back in before disqualification, and he just so barely made it. He may have totally immobilized the left arm of the Barbarian, but the Barbarian still has the right, and he caught him in the midsection. Bockwinkel fires back, and the Barbarian comes back with a hard right hand, a forearm, a smash across the top shoulders, and here is the body slam, the Barbarian on Nick Bockwinkel.
Look at the strength of the Barbarian. As we know, and he's been heard around town that he bench presses over 500 pounds and presses over 300 over his head. He picked Bockwinkel up like a sack of potatoes and slammed him to that mat. He's got Bockwinkel in a lot of trouble, Brad.
318 pounds for the Barbarian, 247 for Nick Bockwinkel, who lays face first across that bottom rope, and then comes the boot of the Barbarian across the back of his head, and that doesn't help the predicament that Nick Bockwinkel is in at all at this particular time. Bockwinkel is going to have to find a way to come out of it, and come out of it very, very quickly. The Barbarian has youth on his side, hammers away with a judo shot to the chest and to the neck area, and a hard smash to the back. And now he's going to take him across the ring, has a hold of the hair, bounces that head off that top turnbuckle, and Bockwinkel is taking a lot of punishment here at this point in time. Greg Gagne, can he hang in there?
I don't know, Rod. I think Bockwinkel, going back here a little bit, his mistake was when the Barbarian, when he had Barbarian's shoulder hurt, he started getting in the ring and punching it out with him, and I don't feel that's the way to go with the Barbarian.
And they exchange right hands, and now you have Bockwinkel with his head pinned between the legs of the Barbarian, and we'll have to see what happens. A good close-up there.
He's got the tights of Nick Bockwinkel, apparently trying to pick him up for a pile driver. Bockwinkel's got that ankle blocked and the shoulder into the knee. He could get the advantage here on the Barbarian.
Trying to kick that right leg out from under the Barbarian twice, 3 times, and it did not work. And oh, wow! A split scissors by the Barbarian down on that canvas, and that could create a lot of problems for the 318-pounder. Bockwinkel going to work on the left leg, the left knee of the Barbarian. He has it across that lower rope strand, and 247 pounds, giving away 50 pounds.
Here goes Bockwinkel with the famous going for that figure 4 leg lock, and could not lock it in. Could not lock it in on the Barbarian.
It looked like Bockwinkel, if he could have locked it in, would have had the man in a submission position. But now it is Bockwinkel between ropes 1 and 2, the top rope and the center rope, tossed out of that ring. You see him shaking his head, trying to get it back and get back in here. But here the Barbarian comes over, and the count of Gary DeRusha will start all over again. Bockwinkel is back in at the count of 2, but takes a tremendous sledgehammer blow from the Barbarian. First across the back, now across the pectoral muscles of the chest. 3 times the Barbarian hammers away, clubs his man, trying to drive him into submission.
I have a feeling, Rod, that Bockwinkel was concentrating so much on his match tomorrow night in Denver for the championship that he just did not put everything into this match with the Barbarian, and maybe took him a little bit too lightly. But the Barbarian definitely has the advantage. Bockwinkel can't seem to close on him when he does have the Barbarian in trouble.
And here's a reversal with Bockwinkel sending the Barbarian to the corner. A big back body drop, and the Barbarian, 318 pounds, comes from 7 feet in the air. And here is a drop kick, up and over and out of the ring goes the Barbarian.
Over the top rope, a lot of people would say disqualify Bockwinkel, but it's not a disqualification. He did not intentionally throw his man or drop kick his man over the top rope. If Bockwinkel can stay on him now, the tables could turn here. He has got to get the advantage over Nord the Barbarian. He went for a head scissors there, but the Barbarian kind of flipped himself in to get out of the way of that.
Bockwinkel on the attack, and that's what he has got to be. Here is the Bockwinkel sleeper as they close off the carotid artery, and you have been in this and you have applied it. You have maintained for years that the Bockwinkel sleeper is a chokehold. Is it indeed?
Well, he has at times, many times in matches with us, has used it as a chokehold. Cheek and on Casey up on the apron here. Nord, the Barbarian, trying to get to the ropes.
And he
You better look out, Cheek. Sheik went to take a shot at Bockwinkel, and it backfired on him. North the Barbarian doesn't know where he is. Bockwinkel better look out. Oh! That big size 14 of North the Barbarian in the face of Bockwinkel.
1, 2, and 3, and it is all
Bockwinkel. Nord the Barbarian, your winner. Nick Bockwinkel, it backfired on him. Had control of the Barbarian with the sleeper hold, and 3 count, the referee says it's over. The Barbarian a winner with the aid of that bottom rope. He had a hold of that when he pinned Bockwinkel.
And also the aid of Sheik Adnan El Casey. But that more or less was Bockwinkel's downfall, as he paid just a bit too much attention to Sheik Adnan El Casey, which allowed the Barbarian to come in and put him away. We'll be right back after these important messages.